Shalom. All praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And right now, I wanted to. Hey, time is this water's boiling now, man. And double honors to the elders of GMS. And honors to you brothers is doing this work with all faith and honesty, trying to get us out of here and build up the church, man. And that's the elect. All right, the 144,000 and 1/3 of Israel. Okay. And right now, this thing is brewing. And it's just update on the World War III scenario, you know. But I think this is pretty substantial news, and I got a couple articles I found. So let's play this for you so you can take a look at it.
The Russian military says it has conducted large-scale exercises involving strategic missiles capable of carrying nuclear warheads. President Vladimir Putin ordered the exercises. The military said that they were the first on such a large scale since the end of the Soviet Union. Presidential Office spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said the Russian military test-launched 3 types of strategic missiles on Friday. They included a Topol intercontinental ballistic missile from a base in northern Russia.
And if you know what an intercontinental ballistic missile is, it's a nuclear warhead, okay? These are missiles that can carry multiple warheads in them. Okay, so this is Russia flexing his muscle at America, okay?
And a ballistic missile from a nuclear submarine in the Sea of Okhotsk. 4 more missiles launched from strategic bombers hit their targets at a testing site in the north. The spokesperson said the exercises also involved the Pantsir air defense system, which successfully intercepted a cruise missile. A military expert says the exercises are intended to show that Russia is focusing on its strategic nuclear arsenal, apparently to counter US efforts to develop missile defense systems.
And I got another article right here to show you that Russia is really gearing up. Okay, this is not something to be, you know, play around with. It's brewing up real soon, man. And I'll read this, and it says Russia flexing his atomic muscles, atomic bombs. Okay, this is the Most High that's gearing us up. This is not the I mean, it's through the elites of this world, but the Most High is stirring up Gog and Magog, okay, for this war. And it says, with the U.S. and Russia's deadlock over plans by NATO to deploy a European missile defense system, Moscow showed the world that the world what it meant by technical response last week by holding what is been described as the most comprehensive test of its strategic nuclear arsenal since the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. Okay, they haven't done this in a long time. Showing that show you the Soviet Union never collapsed, man. They only did that as a strategy, but they went underground. Now they're fully back up arsenal. Their arsenal's back up to power and back up to strength. Okay. All they did was lower their head. Okay, that's why it says, though the devil come crouching, watch him. Okay, you gotta watch. There's the devil. It does it. The devil lies to itself. These Edomites are lying to themselves. They came crouching and say, "Oh, we dismantled ourselves," but really they went on the ground, got the help from America and the technical things that they needed to get back up to power. Now they're up to power. It says, according to Russia media, President Vladimir Putin, whom critics have accused of overplaying the nuclear threat from the West to boast his political fortunes, domestically oversaw the entire series of tests. And Vladimir Putin was ex-KGB. Okay, this is a killer, man. If you don't know it, KGB is like Secret Service, equivalent to our Secret Service or FBI. So Vladimir Putin's not a stranger to death, man. All right, now ex-spy has the reins to a nuclear weapon arsenal, and his main objective was America when he was in office. So he already has a built-in hatred for this place. He has how'd you say, comes with complete hatred for this place, because his job was to undermine and make sure to keep Russia safe from America, its main enemy. All right, and it says oversaw the entire series of tests, which were conducted mostly on October 19th. All three components of Moscow's nuclear triad, okay, strategic bombers and sea-launched long-range nuclear missiles, as well as communications and command and control systems featuring new allegoric were tested. The test included the launch of RS-12M, and we'll take a look at it real quick. This should be it right here. That's that big boy right there. Okay? It says Russia tests stealth missile that could penetrate U.S. shield. This right here ain't no joke, man. I'll read a little bit on it. It says the test came weeks after Washington and Warsaw formally agreed to deal the host components of a missile defense shield in Poland. All right, this thing ain't planned, man. Russia's not at no planned point. It says to pull intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) from Plestik in northern Russia, the world's first operational ICBM base, built in the 1950s. And R29R from a submerged submarine operating in the Sea of Okhotsk. And let's take a look at this missile. It just has the description of it. Slovakia. See if we can get a picture. Here you go. Here's a nice picture of it. This must be like the old prototype. See? Nuclear warhead. Okay? As you can see right there. Alright, here's another picture of it. Let's get back to the article, and it says more than this says world first. The R29R from the submerged submarine operating in the Sea of Okhotsk. Both missiles traveled a distance of more than 6,000 kilometers before hitting their target. Meanwhile, two long-range bombers, a Tupolev Tu-95 Bear and a Tu-160 Blackjack, each fired two nuclear capability cruise missiles at a test range in Kamai, northwest Russia. All the missiles involved were fitted with dummy warheads, okay? In a statement said in a strategic nuclear force exercise conducted at such a scale for the first time in the modern history of Russia. According to the Russian media report in January, Russian military is scheduled to conduct a ICBM trials in 2012, including launches of experimental programs in four to extend the service life of existing missiles, with a view of persisting missile defense system. Among the new missile tested in the road mobile multiple independent table re-entry vehicles. So like it. But I'm gonna paste this article in the description for you brothers to read. And I have another one. I'll post this one in here too. It's pretty much just touching on what I just read. And this is an old article I found with India flexing its military muscles. Okay, it says India has fired a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. The Agni-V missile was the range of 5,000 kilometers, which would give India a capability of hitting most major cities in China, Iran, and Southeast Asia. The weapon has been in the works for over 20 years. The coast of India's government cost the Indian government more than